What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Black Blade Uchiha coming to you with another video on this game Black Deck. Now, one of my recent comments that I had, this individual, they asked me a couple of questions. One of the questions they asked was, what's the best way to level up the main units and heroes? Also, they asked, what is the best use of food, and are they only good for evolving? To answer the last two questions bluntly, the best use of food is evolving. That's the best use for if you're leveling up cards to sacrifice them for anything. It's better for evolving. Now, early in your playing this game, if you're playing this game early on, you can use more cards to level up your other cards just to help you get to that point a little bit quicker, because you don't have a lot of the resources. You're not going to have the coins for certain stuff. You're not going to have a lot of potions. You're probably, unless you're spending money, you're not going to be buying a lot of potions and buying a bunch of chickens as well. So with that being said, it's best practice to use them early on to get your cards leveled up, and then after that, it's all, for the most part, it's going to be evolving. Now, there is, I want to say, a counterintuitive portion to that. I'm not going to say counterintuitive. That doesn't make any sense for this. But better point of emphasis on that is or another use of it is during a summoning tournament, okay, or a summoning event, where if you have a bunch of resources, like, see, I have 285 of the green summoning unit tokens, right? I have a bunch of these. If I want to use them in the tournament, I can, right? But I have to sacrifice a bunch of them in order to make space. So I'm leveling up a card or two or three, so that way I can build that card up, if that makes any sense. Excuse me. So to go back to what I'm saying, a card, you can use this for any card that you're trying to level up, by the way. Sacrificing is when they're in their early stages, like early ranks 2s and 3s, even rank 1 cards. It's perfectly feasible. Just to show you an example, I'm going to go to a rank 3 card, right? I have not leveled this card up yet. If I'm to use cards, right, I'm already at level 4 with just 3 cards. Add another one, I'm at level 5. Add another one, level 6. Another one, level 7. And you see I keep going and keeps, now it starts to slow down once it gets to certain levels, right? This is okay to do, to get your cards that are early ranks. Now, you can do it for rank 4s too, but it's not going to be as efficient after a certain point, okay? But again, if it's a summoning event or a summoning tournament, you can do that perfectly fine. So that is the best use of food. And yes, it is best practice, especially later stages in the game, when you have a bunch of potions you can use to level up your cards. Just use those food items or food cards for ranking up or evolving your cards, okay? Now, the best way to level up your units, there's 3 ways you can do it. I already mentioned 2 of them, but I'm gonna reiterate those. So 1, you can use them in campaign and dungeons. That means use this, like I have this deck here. If I have cards, like I do have Sea Dragon, Stone Golem, and I have Arthur here. If I want to use those cards and level them up like I want to, I'm going to use this deck in everything. So campaigns and dungeons all the time. So that way they can level up, and I don't have to worry about doing a separate team just to do those cards justice or get those cards levels up. You don't want to have to do something like that, and it becomes less chaotic when you do that, okay? So that's the best ways to do that when you're early on, in the game, and then after that you can use potions to level up your cards, which is the second thing you can do, is use potions. That's actually faster. Yes, it's going to cost you coin. Yes. So if I just go to my stone golem, I'm not going to use them like that, but this way it's way faster. I can get them there. It's going, the later the stages in level per rank, the more potions is going to use. Just keep that in mind. Like you see, I have 8. He's at level 39. He's only going up 4 levels. Or excuse me, yeah, 4 levels. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The later the rank, the higher the rank, the later the levels for that rank, for that card, the more potions you're going to use. If I was to try to do the same thing with cards, and I can show you, let me filter this, go to cards. It's not doing much of nothing. Okay, not much of nothing. I use the same amount of cards as I did potions, and I have not even reached level 40. Okay, so that is something you can do. Okay, and the third thing, like I just showed you, is sacrificing cards. So sacrificing cards, again, early stages of the cards leveling part is fine. If you're in the middle of a summoning tournament or event, even better, because now you're just pulling cards just to feed, if that makes sense. Okay, so those are your best ways to level up your cards and rank them up and stuff like that. Also, if you are to use them in campaign and dungeons, let me just go ahead and get this freebie. All right, if you're using them in campaign and dungeons, get this XP boost. That will help out. You see, it gives you 100% XP of your cards for campaign and dungeon battles for 1 day. So if you get one of these, it's 24 hours of XP boost, and you get to build up your cards a lot faster. It helps a crap ton. Trust me when I say that, it does help a lot. It helped me a lot during the recent event, the card upgrade event that we just had. That helped out a lot. So again, if you're doing this, by all means, go ahead and get that XP boost with the 50 gems if you have the resources to do it, and just play in dungeons, play in campaign, and build up your cards so that way you can get to the point that you want to get to. Okay, I hope I answered everything to the best of my ability. I did answer everything to the best of my ability at this time. I hope I helped you out as best as I can. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Holla back at your boy. Peace.